So hello and welcome to the Everything is Black and White podcast on YouTube. Andrew Musgrove here. Hope you guys are doing well. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. It's May the 29th, which means it's the date of the official opening of Newcastle United's temporary club store, situated just over from the permanent store at St James's Park. A big moment for Newcastle United. I'm going to go over and have a look inside and see what is on sale for you guys if you're going to come over and visit. Now, Darren Eales and Peter Silverstone, two members of Newcastle United's board, were here earlier and had an official ribbon cutting ceremony to announce the store opening. Blue ribbon was cut to mark this moment, and it is a massive moment for Newcastle United because it's Adidas back with the club. Now, as we get closer to the store, which is right over my shoulder, if I just change the focus there, you can see it. There's no Adidas signs up yet, and that's because the deal hasn't officially started, so they can't put the signage up, and I suspect that means there's no Adidas merchandise inside either. But we will go and have a look and see what it's all about. But this is a big moment for Newcastle United because it first off sets the bar in terms of commercial deals for the club. There are few bigger companies when it comes to sports brands, sportswear, than Adidas. I mean, it's a massive thing for Newcastle United. Just let the policeman go past there, and I think it sets the bar for future commercial deals as well, because you look around and you think, well, we've got Adidas, how do we better that? And it's going to be tough. I also think it speaks volumes for other potential commercial deals. They'll look around and say, well, Newcastle have managed to secure Adidas, we want to follow in their footsteps. But also, it's just given the fans something that they've wanted for many years. And Adidas and Newcastle United go hand in hand, and you ask any Newcastle United fan, 99.9% of them will say that Adidas is the only kit manufacturer for Newcastle United. We think back to the Kevin Keegan days when he was manager, and the Grandad collar, which you'll see actually later in this video, because I spoke to one fan who rocked up in it with Ginola 14 on his back, and I asked him about his excitement about the return of Adidas, and I think his views kind of summed up the majority of the fan base, but more of that in a moment. But just to have Adidas back is huge. I grew up during the Entertainers era, then into Sir Bobby Robson's time, and some of my favourite kits were of that time, especially the Sir Bobby Robson era. I absolutely loved the kits that Adidas produced, so to have them back on board is absolutely massive, and it's massive in terms of commercial growth, isn't it? We know Newcastle United have got that challenge of growing their revenue off the pitch. They've been to Australia to help that, they're going to go to Japan to help that, but make no mistake, merchandise is going to play a massive part in it, and the deal with Adidas is going to play a massive part of it. I mean, some reports put the numbers of the worth of this deal at maybe 4 or 5 times what they made from the deal with Castor. So that shows you just how big this is as they look to grow their revenue, to have money to reinvest in the facilities here at St James's Park, at the training ground, and of course reinvestment into the playing squad as well. It's just a massive thing, and the day, which will happen very soon, that the Adidas signage goes up on that temporary club store behind me, will be a momentous moment, and it will be a very special moment for Newcastle United fans. I think it'll feel very real. The new kit will come out on June the 7th. I suspect there's going to be queues snaking all the way down to the Metro, round the corner of the stack, perhaps next Friday when it officially gets launched. We've seen leaks online. I suspect it's not going to be too dissimilar to what you've seen on X or on Facebook, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they produce, and it's going to be something special. Before I go and have a look, I'd love you guys to let me know, have Adidas ever produced a bad Newcastle United kit? The only one that really springs to mind is that yellow and white one. Do you remember it? During the first championship season, Newcastle United suffered. The one that Chris Hughton had, that yellow and white stripe, awful kit that was, and then Adidas and Newcastle kind of went their separate ways after that. But other than that, I can't really think of a bad Adidas kit at Newcastle United. Certainly more good than bad, and that's another reason I'm just very excited to see what they produce next week when the new kit is officially launched. Just a quick word for Castor before I head over to the store, which I won't be able to film in for obvious reasons. The club want to kind of publicise it themselves, which is understandable, so I'm not going to go and start filming when I'm not allowed, but I will go in and tell you exactly what is in there. But for Castor, I think they've gone out with a bit of a bang. I think the heads can be held high, because the home kit from the season just gone I thought was absolutely excellent. They've had some really good third kits, away kits. The blue ones especially are some of my favourites. So I think obviously complaints by some about the quality of Castore and dealing with Castore. I never had any issues with them. I bought quite a lot of stuff from Castore. I was always pleased with it, and I think they can go out reasonably happy with the stuff they produce, especially the home kit. In the last season they were making the kits for Newcastle United, but it's all about Adidas. Very excited for next Friday, June the 7th, to see exactly what they produce. But let's go over, let's have a look at this temporary club store and tell you what it's all about. So here we are outside of the official club store. It's a temporary site, as I said, no Adidas signage up at the moment. That'll go up no doubt when the official date for the partnership to start passes, which is at the end of this month. Some lovely kind of imagery there though, one city, one club, and the flags flying away. It's a really nice finish on the outside here. Looks really good. Looks very plush. Really good finish on it. As I said, it's just over the road from the official club store, the permanent site, which is going to get a major investment over the next few weeks and months, and ready, you would hope, for that pre-season. I'm going to go inside, have a little look at what's on sale, what you guys can buy, and I will report back to you in just a moment. So I've just had a look inside, and as expected, no official Adidas merchandise for the reasons I've already explained, but loads of official Newcastle United merchandise. You've got shorts, you've got training tops, all with the badge on, you've got hoodies, you've got teddy bears, you've got loads of different items, some with embroidered badges on, some with the kind of the sticky plastic stuff on, but all looks really good quality. If that's your kind of thing, you want to go and buy something for the summer. A lovely selection of caps, if that is your thing. The sun is starting to shine here, so I might go back and buy myself one. There was one that particularly caught my eye, which seemed to be a tribute to that famous blue and maroon away kit back in the Entertainers era, and that had a lovely embroidered badge on this cap. So a really good selection of things in there, teddy bears, and just like the little things as well that maybe you couldn't get in the club shop prior, but we all are waiting for the Adidas stuff, you know, them retro shirts that they've promised, and of course that official kit, as I said, next week. But it looks really good inside, really nice finish, and it's been really busy there over the last few hours. Of course, it is half term as well, kids and their families mulling around, people going in, really intrigued to see what is on sale. And if you are looking for your Newcastle United merchandise, there's plenty of stuff inside there for you guys to snap up. Shall we go and have a look at the permanent site and see what it looks like, see it all cleared out? I think we should. Let's go and have a look. So here we are, the official store, and this is going to undergo a massive refurbishment over the next few weeks and months. You can see customer notice there, closed at 3 p.m. on Saturday the 25th of May. You could still buy Castore merchandise from the club website until very late on Tuesday afternoon, and it was kind of early evening when the website kind of went offline, and then out popped kind of a home screen which said coming soon. No Adidas imagery again because of the reasons explained, but we all knew what that announcement meant. But gone are the posters. I mean, there was Bruno here, there was a couple of players from the women's side up on these billboards, the green kit and the home kit, which I've already said I'm a big fan of, was all here. The wrap's all gone. That remains the official store. However, and not entirely surprising, this one does not. You can still make out the Castore wings, and you can still make out the Castore lettering on the official store, but that is gone. That's going to be a big moment. You suspect that Adidas sign will go up there at some point in the next few weeks. That's going to be a huge moment. I know it's going to go up after the kit launch, but goodness me, isn't that going to be something special to see when that is finally lifted on there? And you know, I just want to praise kind of Adidas and the club really, because it would have been very easy for Adidas to close this store for the next couple of months during the summer, plough the money in that they're going to the club as well, and just say to everyone, go online to buy the new kit, go online to buy your merchandise. But they haven't. You know, the club and Adidas have worked with the council, got permission to set up that temporary store over the road. And why do they deserve praise for that? I just think it shows an element of respect to the fan base. They want you guys to come in person, and of course, look, the bottom line is they want you guys to come in person and buy the kits and buy the training tops and what have you. Let's make no bones about it. It's about making money, but that's a positive for Newcastle United. That money, as I've already explained, will go back into the club, will be reinvested. This all helps, but just the fact that they've moved to get a temporary club store there when they didn't have to, I think shows a massive sign of respect to the fan base and the importance of this deal. You know, Adidas are taking it very seriously. It's not just another club on their list of clubs that they run the kits for. They're taking this one very seriously. Newcastle and Adidas go hand in hand. You know, as I said, as a fan growing up, it was all about Adidas and Newcastle United, and no one's really come close in terms of Puma or Castore in the kits they've made. And there's a real excitement for Adidas back, and I just think the fact that they've done something they didn't have to, they've spent money, it's a positive. It really is a positive, and I think it's probably a sign of things to come. You know, there's going to be investment, and there's going to be respect shown to you guys, the fans, and it's a real positive. It really is. I'm going to take a walk down by the stack to show you guys what's happening down there. Before I do that, let's hear from a Newcastle United fan that I caught up with just before, and you can see for yourself just how excited he is for the return of Adidas to Newcastle United. So let's have a listen to what he had to say. I just spotted this chap walking up, and I said to him, he looks like a man who's very excited for the return of Adidas to Newcastle United.
Why, aye, man.
How excited are you for it?
Oh, can't wait. It's absolutely brilliant. Long time coming. Can't wait for it to be back.
You are wearing the kit that kind of just sums up Newcastle and Adidas. Are you excited for the new kit next week?
It's going to be brilliant. It looks mint. I've seen a couple of the rumoured designs online. Looks absolutely fantastic. Can't wait to get it. I'll be waiting in that queue, waiting for it to come out.
So there you have it. And as I said before, I think that gentleman's excitement will be felt throughout the fan base. Adidas returning to Newcastle United. It is just, when you say it, it doesn't sound real. It doesn't seem real, does it? But it is, and it's going to happen, and it is happening. And the next few days, when the signs go up on that temporary club store, it's going to be very real. And his excitement, I think, is felt by the whole entire fan base, and you could see it in his face, couldn't you? He was really excited, and I think if I asked anyone walking down the street right now about how excited they are, they would share his sentiments. Let's go down to the stack. Let's have a little walk around and show you how that's getting on. Lots of work still going on there. We'll head down and we'll see what it's all about. And actually, one thing I just wanted to add before we head down to the stack is about what that club store is going to look like when it's all done out. And I mentioned it in a previous video I did, that Peter Silverstone talked about a world-class kind of retail shopping experience, and when you hear those words, you can't help but be excited. You know, what is a world-class retail experience? Because whatever it is, it sounds brilliant, doesn't it? It's not just about buying the kits or the merchandise, it's about having a day of it, really. And I do think back to those club shops in the Metro Centre or down on Monument Mall in the city centre, and it was a day out. You loved going to the Newcastle United shop. It was something special. You got excited for it, and that magic probably has been lost in recent years. So I'm really going to be intrigued to see how Peter Silverstone matches those words that he said about a world-class retail or shopping experience, and it can only be a good thing, it can only be a positive thing. So one to watch out for. Let's get down to the stack and see what's happening down here. So here is the stack, the fan zone, which is currently getting built, and as you can see, work's still ongoing. It doesn't look like anything like it will do when it is finished in a couple of weeks or months. I mean, a couple of weeks is looking a little bit optimistic. In a few months' time, let's say. This is going to be massive, though, not just for match day experience, but for the nightlife, the day drinking in the city centre, the hospitality industry here in Newcastle, which we know the city is built upon. You know, people were devastated when the stack left its old spot just down by the bottom of Northumberland Street, and when the news was announced that this was coming back, it was met with overwhelming popularity. As you can see, plenty of work still to be done, but it is coming on. You can see the cranes and what have you still lifting things into position, but it's going to be very exciting when it's finished. I'm not sure of the actual finish date as of yet. You would hope pre-season that would make sense. It would be the ideal opportunity to get that done for the Cellar Cup. which I think is going to be at the beginning of August. But at the moment, work just ongoing. And if you take in this view right now and then come back whenever it's finished, end of July, start of August, and just stand here and take it in, I mean, the difference is going to be absolutely huge, isn't it? But it is coming on. It's most certainly coming on. And I think it's just another reason to be positive about Newcastle United and the relationship they've got, the owners have got with the city. You know, the investment into this, the investment in the club shop. It all points to a prosperous city, and this works out for the club, works out for the city and the region. People will come and travel to this, and a successful city, I think is great for everyone. A successful Newcastle United is great for the city and vice versa. So to have this investment is huge. I think we can all be very positive. Even if you're not a Newcastle United fan, there are reasons to be positive about this. And if you are a Newcastle United fan, well, your match day is going to be very exciting here when this is all done and dusted and opened. As you can see, a little bit of work left to be done, but it is coming on. Very exciting times ahead here at the Stack, the fan zone, which is in the shadow of St James's Park. If you've liked this video, do hit like, do hit subscribe, do share it as well. We do love bringing you these updates, especially for the people not on Tyneside who can't see this in person. But if you watched the last video I did about the Stack and about the temporary fan zone, you can see how much it's come on in recent weeks. And I'll do another update in a few weeks' time when they've maybe put the glass in here and what have you, because I know you guys are really after the updates. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys very soon.